In this video, I'm going to give you tips on how to stick to your New Year's resolutions, build a sustainable routine that works for you, and how to stick to your healthy habits. Establishing a good routine that you can stick to long term is very important. My routine is very similar every single morning, and I'm going to show you how it looks like. When I wake up, I avoid looking at my notifications right away. Instead, I keep my phone on an airplane mode for first half an hour or a bit more. I go straight to the bathroom to wash my face and do a simple skincare routine, brush my teeth and brush my hair. Then when I made my bed, I head to the kitchen to make myself a coffee. I usually sit on the balcony while I drink my coffee and just relax for a bit before I go through any messages or notifications on my phone. When I finish my coffee, I get done any task that I can get out of the way before I get ready for the day, such as laundry or just putting away the dishes. Depending on when I woke up that morning, I'll make myself breakfast either before I get ready or right afterwards. I usually have scrambled eggs, avocado, and gluten-free toast with some butter. Then it's time to get ready. I change into workout clothes or my outfit for the day, and then I put a little bit of makeup on. Hello guys, welcome to 2024. This feels so strange. I know a lot of people get super excited for the 1st of January. Probably a lot of you guys already have your New Year's resolutions. You already set your goals for this month, for the next few months, for this year. A lot of people are in this mood of like, I'm setting my routine, I'm doing all of these things throughout the week, I'm being productive, doing my workouts, living a healthy lifestyle. And honestly, if you can do that and start a year like that, that's amazing. But people set such high expectations for themselves that sometimes they cannot stick to that routine they set for the new year. They're pushing themselves to follow that routine, to be super productive, and then after a week or two, all that enthusiasm we had on the 1st of January, the first week of the new year, fades away eventually, and then we just either go back to our old habits because our routine wasn't sustainable, or we push ourselves too hard from the beginning of the year instead of just slowly getting into our new routine, implementing new habits, something that's gonna help us long term and something that is sustainable. So I really don't like this aggressive approach of people just switching things overnight. I think it was around November, I even filmed a few videos on this topic, and I said I'm gonna start implementing things that I wanna be consistent with next year right now. I'm just continuing to do things that I did literally right before New Year's. I'm not changing a lot of things, and things are definitely moving way faster now than they were last month, because it was the end of the year, it was December, and no one was really doing anything at the end of the month. So in terms of events in my life, there's a lot of things going on and I'm quite happy about it. So today we're going to talk about a few things that helped me a lot to get into certain habits and to develop a routine that I can stick to. And sometimes I have days when I feel down and I don't feel like following any kind of routine, which is totally normal. I showed you guys how most of my mornings look like. Of course, on the days when I have photo shoots, when I have to wake up super early for work, my routines are much shorter. And of course, on the weekends, sometimes when I'm exhausted, my routine is all over the place, and basically I don't have a routine. I just follow how I feel and get up whenever I want to, eat whenever I want to. I don't have to do workouts if I don't want to. I just let myself rest, basically. I got ready and I was thinking to go for a walk and get a few things done, because I think I need to go to the bookstore and get a few things over there. And then I was going to do a workout. I still don't know what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna do a treadmill or maybe I do the Peloton. I have no clue. But I'm not gonna do anything with weights, because I've noticed that my back pain comes back when I use too much weights. So as I said at the beginning of this video, I'm going to share with you a few tips throughout this video, something that's part of my routine that helped me. So hopefully maybe you can implement some of these things into your own routine and follow them. Maybe they can help you out as well. So talking about workouts, it's very important to have a balance, to listen to your body. If you push yourself too hard and too far, you can get injuries. That's first of all. Second of all, you can exhaust your body so much that you will have this disruption inside of you. Your hormones will change, you'll be constantly tired, you will start eating way more than you normally do because your body is asking for more energy. I notice when I do too many HIIT workouts, I become hungrier and I eat a lot more. There's nothing wrong with eating more, but your body is trying to tell you that you're pushing yourself too far, too hard, that your body is exhausted. There's no need for you to do HIIT workouts so many times a week, keeping yourself so consistent every single day, every single week. You need to have rest days as well. The key to being consistent with your workouts is that balance and to listen to your body. When your body is exhausted, rest. All bodies are different. All bodies will react differently to every single workout. So if you notice negative changes inside of your body and outside of your body when you do certain types of workouts, stop it. Change up your routine and do something else. Try out new things. There's so many workouts you can do. Low impact, high impact workouts. You shouldn't do HIIT too much, because as a woman, your hormones will get disrupted if you push yourself too hard. And that's what I meant when I said you can have a negative impact if you overdo it. Then you have, of course, Pilates, yoga. You can go for a walk. If you go for an hour and a half walk, that's also some type of a workout. There's so many things that can keep you active and feel good, and doesn't have to be this 2-hour HIIT workout that is gonna drain your body and make you super exhausted. And one more thing about workouts, you need to have a goal, something that you look forward to, something that's gonna keep you going. And I'm not saying when you reach this goal you should give up and fall out of your routine. No, something that's long-term. For example, my goal with my workout is to be healthy and to feel good. Whenever I do a workout, afterwards, no matter how hard it was, afterwards I feel great. My body feels different. I get this energy. So I strive for that feeling, and it's something that I want to feel every week for the rest of my life. Alrighty, enough talking for now. I'll talk a bit more about other things later in the video, but now I'm gonna put some shoes on, get out, and start getting things done. because I definitely did not feel like working out today, and I was wondering, should I skip it and just do it tomorrow? But then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go on a treadmill and run for however long I can, push to 20 minutes if I can, and that's it. I don't have to do anything more. I just need to get some movement. To be honest, in the last few weeks I wasn't really working out that often, and of course it was the holiday time. I was eating good food and everything, so I was feeling lazy. It's always hard to get back into it after a long break, but as I said before, I like to slowly incorporate things into my routine, and today I did a 20-minute workout. That's enough. Maybe in 3 weeks I'll be able to do a 15-minute workout, and etc. Now I think I'm gonna make a smoothie and a yogurt bowl because I didn't really have lunch today. I had a late breakfast, and then for dinner tonight I think I'm gonna make some chicken and some vegetables. I honestly never know what to make for lunch because I'm not hungry enough to have a huge proper meal, but at the same time I'm still hungry, so I want to eat something that's gonna make me feel full and that's gonna be healthy for me and give me enough nutrients for the day. So it's always good to go with a protein snack. So yogurt bowl with protein granola, and then I'm gonna make a protein chocolate smoothie with bananas and peanut butter. I'm gonna show you all the ingredients. I think I already showed you this in one of my previous videos, but in case you didn't watch one of those, I'm going to show you again what I put in my smoothie. So I put oat milk. You can put any kind of milk you use. I've put 1 banana. Then I have this Nutri vegan protein that is chocolate flavored. I really like this one, tastes good. Then we have a peanut butter from the same brand. It's just the smooth peanut butter, 100% peanuts. It doesn't have any additives. I also put some ice just to make it cold so my smoothie is not warm, because that doesn't taste good. And yeah, that's everything that I put in my smoothie. And then the yogurt bowl I also showed you in my previous videos, but I'm just gonna show you how I'm making it, and then you can see the ingredients that I'm using. I'm gonna shower, maybe put a face mask on, do my skincare routine. I'm not gonna do the full body shower. I'm not gonna wash my hair because I washed it yesterday, but I'm gonna do everything else. It's just a little self-care moment today. And also, when I make my food before I shower, I'm gonna talk to you guys a bit about food and just nutrition in general. I'm by no means a professional, so everything I say in this video is from a personal experience. So if you need a medical opinion, I suggest you ask a professional or your doctor. I'm guessing a lot of you guys put healthy eating on your New Year's resolution list. And even if you don't have a resolution list, I'm assuming that you at least once in your life thought about eating healthier foods. As a model, you can imagine that I get asked a lot about which food I eat, how much I eat, when do I eat, and all these things. So everybody is different, and one exact routine will not work for everyone. So I always tell people they need to find what works the best for them, but you have to test all sorts of things to find your final best routine that works for you. So for me personally, I do intermittent fasting almost every single day. I don't do it every single day, but most of the days I do. And I think it's from 16 to 18 hours, depends when I ate my dinner. So if I ate around 6 or 7 o'clock, then went to bed by 10, 11, then the next day probably I will eat around 11 or 12, or maybe even later if I don't really have time in the morning. Depends how my schedule looks like, really. And that works for me the best because I have more energy when I eat my food in a certain time frame, when I'm not snacking all day and eating food all the time. And I have only maybe 8 hours between my dinner and my breakfast. When I eat like that, my body has less energy, I don't feel well, and it just doesn't work for me. And how I figured that out is literally by following how my body reacts to different things. What I try to do is to eat 100 grams of protein a day. Some people eat even more than that, but honestly, even 100 grams is really hard to incorporate in all of your meals. So I'm trying to make protein smoothies like this, try to eat red meat, certain foods that have a lot of protein. Also, I really try to have a balanced diet. I don't like eating bland foods that don't satisfy me. You can give me a meal full of nutrients, but if it's bland and it doesn't satisfy my cravings, I'm just gonna be still hungry after it, no matter how much food I ate. Thankfully, I don't really crave like fast foods that often. I do sometimes when it's that time of the month. When I'm craving fast food, I'd rather eat, I don't know, a homemade pizza or a burger that's made from really good quality meat that's like organic, grass-fed, instead of going to, I don't know, for example, McDonald's and getting their burger and fries, which is very, very unhealthy. So I think eating these kinds of foods, there's always like really bad, unhealthy food from these fast food chains, and then you can have a homemade meal or even a meal from a restaurant, but just with better quality ingredients. You should avoid food that are full of chemicals and things that are bad for your body, because that's gonna age you faster, it's gonna give you less energy, and you even seen people that get chronically ill because of these foods that are bad for you. Also keep in mind, modeling is my job. I make money from it, and I have to follow a certain routine. I agree that people should try to eat healthier foods, but that doesn't mean they need to follow a certain routine like a professional athlete, for example, or a model, because this is our job. We literally live off of this, and me working out and me eating healthy food is also part of my job. If I wasn't a model, probably I wouldn't eat as healthy and follow a certain routine all year round. Follow a routine that you can keep up with. You don't have to be strict with yourself. You don't have to do these crazy diets and things that you see other people do online, and these models talking about these ingredients and what they put in their smoothies, like 100 ingredient smoothie. Your meals can be very simple, they can be very tasty, very satisfying, nutrient dense, and you can still eat pleasure foods and maybe even some fast foods, but maybe just in smaller portions. So I'm currently sitting in my bed. I am not going to sleep yet. I have a few things to get done, but I want to talk to you guys about discipline and motivation. Another thing I want to mention in this video. I've been talking quite a lot in this video, and I'm afraid it's gonna be over 40 minutes literally because I am talking so much. I have a list of things that I wrote down that I wanted to share with you. So I'm gonna go through it one by one. I'm not gonna go too much into depth because I feel like this is a topic for a separate video, but I just want to mention a few things that I think are very important and that could probably help you in the new year to reach your goals. First thing I wrote down, learn to do things when you have to, not when you feel like it or want to. What I meant by this is that sometimes we will have to finish certain tasks in a certain time frame, and we will probably procrastinate, and we would just not be in the mood to get those things done in that time frame. Maybe you're just having a bad day, or you just don't feel like doing it at the moment, and this is called discipline. You need to learn discipline. Until I learned discipline, I was procrastinating all the time. I was not getting things done. I wasn't accomplishing and reaching my goals, and everything was just moving much slower than it should just because I didn't feel like doing certain things. Next thing I put, consistency is very hard, but it is the key for reaching your goals. Another thing, be patient and don't do things 0 to 100 very important. I know that a lot of people don't do this, but I personally know a lot of people that go from 0 to 100 quite often with so many things in their life, and it doesn't do any good. It's also very connected to this thing that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, how people go from 0 to 100 with New Year's resolutions and try to do everything at once on the first day in the first week of the new year, and then they just fail and they don't fulfill their goals and keep the consistency going. Just take it slow, be consistent, be disciplined, and you'll get there. Then I mentioned discipline here again. When you learn discipline and you are in total control of your body, mentally and physically, you'll be able to achieve anything. I know myself very well because I analyze myself very often. I think of my actions, I think of how I react to things. I'm mentally analyzing my emotions, why I react a certain way, why I feel the certain way, and try to fix things that are not right. Of course, you shouldn't do these things obsessively analyzing your every step, every move, every emotion. But in moderation, you analyze how you act so you can improve and grow over time. So when you're mentally in a total control and physically in total control of yourselves, and you have that discipline, you can literally achieve anything. Another thing connected to this, work on understanding yourself, your weak spots and strengths. Another thing about knowing yourself, about learning about yourself. As I previously said, just look out for those things that you do every day and how you react to certain things, how you engage with your environment, how you act with yourself. We are very harsh to ourselves, and we need to stop doing that because that's not fair to us. So learning your weak spots and strengths, you can move through life much easier and get to your goals much easier. Focus on your next step and not the end goal. End goal is something that's going to keep you motivated, but what you need to focus on is the next step you're going to take, because to get to your goal you need to take so many little steps, have so many little achievements to get to that big one. That's the end goal. And actually those little steps are much more important than that end goal, because you learn so much on that journey. Find motivation in small things. It all begins with being grateful and appreciating things that you already achieved. Very often we forget about our previous achievements, and we should always remind ourselves how far we've come, how much we changed in the past year and past 3 years, past 10 years, how much we improved and how much work we put in. Because it's very easy to forget. I'm speaking from a personal experience. It's very easy to forget how much you've already done. And then you just sit there unhappy thinking that you haven't done anything, but actually you've done so much. You're just not grateful and appreciating your previous achievements. Because we tend to achieve something and we're like, okay, what's next? But we don't sit down and appreciate it. We don't process those emotions of achievement. And it's very easy to move on to another thing because we're constantly striving for more, to accomplish more, especially today in this hustle culture. Yes, life is hard, and you're either gonna live your life to the fullest potential, or you're gonna just let it pass by. Be careful with which kind of information you feed your mind and body. Everyone uses social media nowadays. Everyone's scrolling on TikTok, watching YouTube videos, scrolling on Instagram, and not all of this information that is presented to us is a good quality information. Most of it is waste of our time, or it's inaccurate, or it's just brainwashing us. And the last one I wrote down: surround yourself with people that will inspire you and give you a great example, someone you can learn from. Very important. When you surround yourself with the wrong people, you will not progress. You won't achieve anything. If anything else, you will downgrade. I've noticed in myself, whenever I travel, I always meet new people, I hang out with different people, and I can notice how different people have an impact on me, and if I start changing for the better or for the worse. If you guys want me to talk more about this topic and more in depth, I am more than happy to make a separate video, but unfortunately we cannot make this video too long because I'm afraid no one's gonna sit through a 50 or 40-minute video. So I have to fold laundry. I should have done it this morning and not leave it for the evening because now I'm just so lazy, but I have to do it. I cannot leave it for tomorrow, and I have to wash the dishes. Maybe I'll first just watch a YouTube video or something, and then I'll get up in 10 minutes and get it done. I'm not going to bed yet because it's too early, but I can get a few things done and then I can have my night routine and just relax.